Good morning. For some reason I'm looking very pink in this lighting. I don't know why. It's really odd. Anyway, good morning. Happy, what even day is it? Monday. So we haven't had a weekly vlog for probably a couple of weeks now, and that wasn't deliberate. There was supposed to be one last week, but it just didn't end up happening. We weren't really doing much. I did film a few little bits, so I will put those in a bit later. Like I think I filmed when our treadmill arrived and a couple of other things. But yeah, we just had a very kind of, it just went really quick. It was, I want to say, a lazy week. Lazy in terms of like we didn't do anything, but we did a lot of work stuff. We had tons of things to do for the channel, recording podcasts, recording videos and all that sort of thing. But it was all very same old. But yes, here we are again. And today is kind of an important day when it comes to Disney stuff, because the new system, which is called Disney Park Pass system. This lighting is so weird. Now I look really pale. Just ignore anything that's going on with the lighting. So it's called the Disney Park Pass system. So fast passes are for now gone. They're out the window, left the building, and the Park Pass system is where you have to book your place in the Disney parks. So for the foreseeable, it may change. Obviously everything to do with COVID can change, but for now, in order for anyone to enter a Disney park when the parks reopen in July, you have to have a reservation just to enter the park. Doesn't matter whether you got a ticket, doesn't matter anything, doesn't matter what you tell them. If you don't have the park reservation, you can't get into the park. So that is what we're doing today. The reservations open up for people with a ticket and hotel, whether that's a package that you booked through like a travel agent, or in my case, I have my hotel booking and I also have my annual pass. So anyone who has the hotel and the ticket combo can book their park days today. The surprising thing is that you can book all the way until towards the end of September 2021. I was quite surprised they did that, because I feel like the system is going to crash and I'm very on edge about it. I really don't want anything like that to happen, because things like that, I get really like wound up if I can't get into the website or if anything like that is happening. So I hope that doesn't happen. But yes, so I have several trips that I need to book, which is kind of crazy. So we'll see what happens. I've got July, which honestly I cannot see happening. It's less than 30 days. I cannot see the borders being open and all the rest of it. However, I do have the flight booked, the hotel booked, everything else booked. So at this point in time, I will plan as if I'm going, and the minute I'm told I'm not going because either the flight is cancelled or the borders aren't opening or whatever, I will obviously cancel everything, including my park pass reservations, so someone else can take them. So as far as I am, thinking in my mind, I just cannot see that July trip happening, but we've still got to do it. And then I have a trip in September and also in October, which was mine and Lisa's rescheduled trip from May. So I need to try and get as many dates as I can. I don't want to have any unnecessary ones, because I feel like I don't want to take them away from anyone else. So for example, I normally go to a park on the day I go home for a few hours in the morning and then head to the airport. I probably won't bother booking that, just because I'll have been to the park several times across the trip and I don't want to take a day that someone else could have. No judgment to anybody who books every single day of their vacation. That's obviously absolutely fine. But I will try and just book as many as I think I need. I don't know what the demand will be like. I think the July dates will be very low because a lot of people have rescheduled and they're not planning on going. I think October is going to be the hardest. I think a lot of people will be booking October. So anyway, that is a very long conversation about Disney stuff. Sorry, this is the weekly vlog. But that's what I'm doing today. It is an important moment because this is totally new, completely alien to me as someone who has planned like 20 Disney vacations now. I've never had to do this before. Nobody has. So it's very strange. So we'll be doing that. I've got my coffee ready, my Joffrey's. I have my list of parks that I want to book. I have my game face on. I also have paracetamol in the drawer in case things go badly. So hopefully it'll all be okay. It's now 11:21 and the system opens at midday. So tense. As for the rest of the day, I am just about to upload, well actually just schedule an Animal Crossing video to go up on Animal Crossing in detail. I'll link that below if you didn't know. I've got another channel now for all the Animal Crossing stuff. And what else are we doing today? I've got a couple of things. I want to phone my travel insurance just to ask them what the situation is, to make sure, like, am I covered? As I understand it, I am covered if my booking was made prior to like the lockdown. I think the date they have is the 18th of March. If your booking reference was made before the 18th of March, I believe you are covered. But I want to speak to them about it and make sure and everything, because I've got obviously those several trips this year and I need to make sure that that is all sorted. I think I'm going to have to buy a new camera, which I really didn't want to have to do. Obviously recently I've bought the Switch and we had the treadmill, and I feel like we always say this, we don't spend a lot of money on stuff like that because we spend so much on travel, but we have over the last few months obviously bought some big purchases. So the thought of making another big purchase, it does set me on edge. I don't like spending huge amounts of money on things that are not travel. Ian's the same, like that's just how we spend our money. But this camera I'm filming on at the moment, which is the original G7X, so I have had this one since I started my channel. I've had to go back to it because my G7X Mark II is lost. I know a lot of you will be rolling your eyes because I lose things all the time. I honestly though am baffled. I am completely baffled. I think you guys have probably heard this story, but I think it was 2018 when I went to Florida with Becky. On the way there, I noticed a splodge in the lens on the camera, so I didn't want to use it the rest of the trip. I put it away in my luggage and started using this one. I did not touch it again for the rest of the trip. I had no reason to, that was it. And now I can't find it anywhere. I have looked through everything. I've done one of those kind of looks where you literally look in places you know it's not going to be. I have looked in our underbed storage, every bag, every cupboard, every drawer. You guys know what I mean if you've lost something before. I have looked everywhere. I genuinely am baffled. I do not know what has happened to it. What I do know is that I'll buy a new one and then it will turn up, because that always happens every single time. The plus side to that is that I do generally have two cameras for when Ian and I go on a trip together. Sometimes, like if he's played golf, I'm going to a park or something like that, or even if we're going to like one of the parties at Halloween or something and we both want to be able to film to get like proper footage of everything, we do generally have two cameras. So if the other one does turn up, at least then we have two working current cameras. The reason this one is kind of starting to waver now, there's something wrong with the lens. It's very old, it has been dropped a bunch of times. If you vlog all the time, like I use this camera constantly, it's had good innings, it's had good use, but it is a bit, you know, not good. So anyway, I'm going to do that. I'm probably going to get the G7X Mark II again. The Mark III, Canon did lend me that when I went I think it was last year, one of my trips last year, to try it out, and it was really good, but overall I think I prefer the G7X Mark II, and it's a little cheaper, so I think we'll go for that. And yes, so we are 35 minutes away. I might try and film my reaction to like what I'm doing, because I know a lot of people are going to be interested in how this works, and then I will also film, maybe I'll film the screen, so I'll do like a screen capture of what I'm doing, and then I'll film myself hopefully not freaking out trying to get into the system. So yeah, see you in 35 minutes. Kind of dreading this a little bit. Later. Okay, we've already had one false start. I refreshed the page and it looked like something different was happening, so I was about to spring into action. This is so tense. It's only 11:53, so it's a little bit early. I am filming the screen on my phone. I don't know how well that will come out, but I'll try and kind of show you both. It's 12:01 and still nothing's happening. Now I'm like, am I on the right page? Ooh. Just open a tab with the home page, just in case. Ooh. I hate when things are new and you've never used them before, because I really have no idea what is going on right now. Okay, we're logged in. Still not seeing anything. Can you imagine if it was like the wrong day or the wrong time or something? Oh my gosh. Oh, now I've got, we're working on it, temporarily unavailable, so crashing. It's crashing. Oh, I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Do you know what? I might have to get my phone and try on the app as well, so I'm going to stop filming the screen. Okay, I'm just getting a bunch of errors. I just spoke to my friend Brogan, and also Adam is having problems. They also have reservations and are trying to book, so nobody is having any luck right now. I'm just getting like the little "we're working on it" error thing. Oh, we've got a castle. We have a picture of a castle. We haven't had that yet. Brogan's also got the castle. I really don't know why they didn't just keep it to 2020 bookings for like today, the initial booking day, and then open it up to 2021, because 14 months worth of like vacations people are trying to get into the system right now. So people who are going in like August in a couple of months are like competing, I guess, on the system with people who are going in August next year. It just seems so crazy to release that much in one go. I'll switch this off for now and I'll come back to you when something happens.
2,000 years later.
Okay, we are in, and it is just after 2 p.m. We're finally in. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. So I'm just whizzing through to try and do them as quick as I can so that nothing goes wrong. Now I'm trying to make one for October for my trip with Lisa, because I want to make sure that we can definitely go to the parks while I'm there with her. Okay, this is going to take me a while, so I will come back to you at the end and let you know how I got on. So it's not going that well, to be honest. I got into the system, started making my bookings, and that was fine. You might be able to hear on hold music. I'm on hold to Disney, been on hold for an hour so far. I think what has happened is that my annual pass renewal is not showing, like it's not acknowledging it on the system. So I was able to book 10 days, which is the length of the trip I'm supposed to be there in July, and it won't let me book anymore. And obviously I have the September trip, I have an October trip, and yeah. The annoying thing is I specifically phoned up about 3 days ago and said, will my renewal certificate count as park admission, or will the system not recognise it? And they said yes, it will recognise it, and it hasn't.
One eternity later.
So it is much later on now. Things have happened. So last time I saw you, it was probably in the middle of trying to book the reservations with the crazy system issues and all the rest of it. So after that happened, almost as soon as I had started booking, I think I already told you that I couldn't make enough for the entire, like all of my trips. So I was on hold to Disney. I got cut off after an hour and 45 minutes on hold. The phone just went dead. So that was fun. I actually kind of handled that though, didn't I? I didn't stress.
You did okay.
Yeah. But then I did see some information that Virgin have pushed the flight back. They were planning on starting again the 20th of July. Still wearing my magic band, I've just realised as well. And now they're pushing it to the 24th of August as the first flight that they're going to be doing. Obviously we don't know if that's going to be concrete yet because of, you know, just the way things are, but it definitely means that my July trip will be off, which I knew anyway. Like at this point it's less than a month away, so I knew that was going to happen, but we hadn't had confirmation of it. Unfortunately, I had gone ahead and booked my park days for July, then I couldn't get in the system to cancel them so that I could remake them for September. Then everyone was saying September was showing up as no availability, and by this point I was getting so mad. Becky then came round, which was actually quite nice for a little balcony social distant visit, so that cheered me up, and Ian joined us as well. We had a little coffee and then all was okay again. I eventually got back into the system and have managed to cancel all of the July days that I had booked, and I now have, I think, somewhere in the region of between 8 and 10 days booked for September, for the September trip, and I do have 4 days booked for October for Lisa and I. So the September and the October trip, as long as flights are going, are now safe. So at one point I was thinking I wasn't going to get to go at all because I wouldn't be able to get any days in the parks. So anyway, there we go. That's the latest. We're just about to do the podcast because we were going to record that today, but then obviously the entire day got consumed with crazy Disney antics.
We were going to record it on Sunday because that's when we're meant to record it.
Yes.
And we didn't.
We didn't do that either, no.
So we're doing it now.
We had a lazy day, so we're doing it, yeah.
We had a very lazy day on Sunday.
So lazy. We didn't really do anything.
Nothing. It was really shameful, but you need a day off sometimes, don't you?
You do. And it was nice to see Becky as well, and we actually all wore our masks because I want to practice wearing mine for when I do go to Florida, and the makeup held up surprisingly well. So I have had a mask on for, I don't know, how long was Becky here? Like an hour and a half?
An hour or two, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of hours. Obviously that's not that long, but the makeup has largely stayed in place. It's come off a tiny bit on my nose, so I was quite impressed with that. And this one is MAC Prolongwear Waterproof Foundation. So this is a new one I'm trying. It's a little bit too pale. I could have done, I mean, it doesn't look like it is, but it's just a little bit. I could have done with a different shade, but anyway, never mind. So this has been a very chatty vlog so far. We're going to do this podcast, then I'm going to play some Animal Crossing because I need to chill after what has been a bit of a funny day today, and that's putting it politely.
Later.
So it's way later on now. In fact, it is 3 a.m. currently. I did not mean to be up at 3 a.m. I just was doing some things on my computer, lost track of time. I have been keeping an eye on the Disney Park Pass situation, and it's kind of a good thing that I am up because I just refreshed it and I've been able to now get reservations for my whole trip in September. So whatever the glitch was for annual pass holders with resort reservations, it's been fixed. So I've now been able to get all of the dates that I needed for September and October, and July is not happening. So I feel like a huge weight has been lifted. I do have a trip next year that I need to deal with, but that's kind of, I'm not worried about that at the minute. I was just worried about the trips this year. So yes, that is good. I've just been playing a tiny bit of Animal Crossing, literally just on my other island on my Switch Lite. I just quickly logged in because I haven't been on there at all today, just to, you know, do the daily things that you do on Animal Crossing. I've just been doing that for like 10 minutes and now I'm gonna go and get in bed. I did realise that earlier in the day, I mentioned there was some footage that I filmed over like the past week or so. There was just a few things happening, like when we got the treadmill, that I filmed but didn't put into a vlog. So I will insert those now.
Flashback.
Look what's arrived. I can hardly believe it. It does seem a bit surreal that I'm actually looking at this. It's here. It has not gone elsewhere. It's arrived. What is going on? So I don't know how much assembly is required, but we're gonna...
I don't think it's too much, but...
No, it doesn't look too bad. It totally looked like you were going to cut that cable with the scissors then. Let's not do that. So it actually looks like very little assembly is required because we've just taken it out of the box and this is pretty much it. I have to put the handle on. It does have this stripe. I'm assuming that's so that you can see it's moving. Ian was saying you don't.
I think so.
Because that does look very deliberate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. It has arrived. Sorry if you can hear my kettle in the background. I'm so excited I couldn't even wait for the kettle to stop boiling. It is my Jeffree Star palette, and this is actually the first one I've ever bought. It's not particularly, I mean, I do watch Jeffree's videos. I think he's great at makeup. It's not particularly that I buy all of his stuff, but this palette, it is just the shades in it are so the kind of thing that I absolutely love. So I had to have it. It took a while to get here because of shipping delays and stuff like that. Okay, we'll have a look at it. I can't swatch anything until I've taken photos. I'm too excited to have a look at these shades in person. So yeah, we'll take a look at it in a sec. Okay, I've now swatched this palette so I can show you the inside. Sometimes the colour doesn't look totally the same on camera. I probably will put the swatches and stuff up on my blog, which I could barely even could say blog then. I went to say vlog. I never ever upload on my blog if I'm totally honest, but I think I will do a post just so that you can see what these actually look like. So they're all kind of grey tones. Some of them have like a bit of a browny kind of tone, but they are very much like neutrals and greys, and this is just really, really my kind of thing. There's a couple of shades. This one, Last Respects, as you can see, I kind of like went in a bit crazy with the old swatch on that one. This one is really good. They're just amazing. I absolutely love them, and this one as well is really cool. So I will be doing a couple of looks with that, but most of the time when you see my makeup for the next who knows how long, it probably will be these because I just love these shades so much. And that's going to be pretty much it for today. So I'll probably vlog tomorrow and get this edited and potentially uploaded on Wednesday. Like I've said, in terms of schedule with vlogs and stuff, things have just completely gone all over the place, but hopefully gradually I will be able to get back onto a schedule of the vlogs going up on Tuesdays and the other video going up on Thursdays each week. So fingers crossed I can get back to that. Becky did pop round earlier. I can't remember if I told you guys that. Yeah, I think I did. We had our little balcony social distancing visit, which was really nice. And looking at the makeup, because obviously I said I had the mask on earlier when Becky was here. The only thing that I'm really noticing where I had a mask on, it has rubbed off on my nose a little bit. Obviously I'm a bit shiny because, you know, it's that time of day, but it really hasn't, considering I had like a mask right up to here pretty much, it hasn't come off that badly. So thumbs up to the Prolongwear MAC foundation. That's actually pretty good. I do have one other one that I'm trying out, which should be arriving tomorrow. I hate buying foundation online because I really worry about getting the wrong shade, but I do use like an online matching thing. You put in a couple of shades of things that you know that you use and you know that match, and then it will tell you what your match is in other brands, and usually it's fairly accurate, so I do use that. I'll link it below. I think it's called, it's got like a funny pun name. I can't remember what it's called. I'll link it below, but I do use that, so hopefully it will be the right shade. I'll obviously show you when it arrives. So I'm gonna head to bed now and I will see you guys in the morning. Hello and happy Thursday. So I did not vlog Tuesday or Wednesday this week. Tuesday, I don't even remember what happened or why I didn't vlog. I have no clue. Yesterday there just wasn't a lot going on, so I thought I would vlog today instead. And today I need to call Disney again, which I'm kind of dreading. You saw I've already had to do that once this week, but my February booking reference, which I was telling you about the other day, I wasn't too worried about booking those on the day of the launch of the new Disney Park Pass, but I do want to make sure I can book them, and at the moment my booking reference won't link, so I am going to have to speak to Disney. We will see what happens. I hope it's not going to be hours and hours, but it probably will be at the moment, which is understandable. And today I also need to record, or we need to I should say, record the Disney reaction vlog video. You know, the ones where we're reacting to our Disney vlogs. Ian and I are filming those together, so we need to do that later on. And I've got a few other things to show you actually. I've had a delivery from Shop Disney. I did place an order because they had a sale, and there are a few items that I've really liked for ages, but not enough to pay full price. But now they've gone into the sale. Makes it sound like I'm being really cheap, but there's certain things I always like, but when they're full price I kind of think, oh, I can't really justify it. But if they go into the sale, then, you know, then you can. So I'll show you the bits that I got there. And also I have to tell you about another new foundation. So I think on Monday I was saying it hadn't arrived yet, and it now has. It's the one I'm wearing today, and I will be honest, I'm a little bit shook. You guys know I have pretty much tried most foundations out there. I've used makeup for years and years and years, and I'm constantly on the hunt for the perfect foundation. I've had some over the years that I've really liked, some that I think are very good. This one is unreal. For a start, I think the actual look of it is so good. It's very kind of flawless looking. I don't actually even have concealer. Normally I put concealer underneath on just like around my chin if I've got any like blemishes and stuff, and then I put the foundation on top, but I didn't even put any concealer. It's very full coverage. It's just so good, and I've worn it the last couple of days and it stays on. Just, it's unbelievable. It is unbelievable. And it's the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation. This stuff is so good. I actually got it from ASOS because ASOS from time to time have 20% off and stuff like that. So I managed to get it at a reduced price, which doesn't really happen with beauty stuff hardly ever, especially not kind of high-end foundations and things. You can very rarely get any money off them. So that was really good. And although it is certainly expensive enough, it's not the most expensive foundation I've ever had. I have had some that are even more, and I just think that this is the best thing ever. It's amazing. So I will link it below. If you are looking for something that's kind of long wearing, full coverage, definitely for Florida, I will be wearing this. I am in love with it. As you can tell, I'm kind of really getting very excited, but it's not very often I find a foundation that I think is that good. So I had to just share that with you. So let me just grab the stuff I got from Shop Disney and I can show you that. Okay, the mad lighting in this room is at it again, so sorry about that. The Disney stuff I got, actually I got 2 orders. So one of them was a full price order just because there was one specific thing I wanted, and the other one was some stuff that was on sale. So the one thing that wasn't on sale is this, and it's it's the Frozen Castle Journal. So these are going to be a set of, how many is it going to be? I think it does say on here somewhere, 2 of 10. First one was Cinderella, the second one is Frozen, and these are just really, really beautiful journals. I will show you the pages inside because they are really, really pretty. They're like a vellum kind of page. I'll show you, it's hard to explain. So I got that, and with that order I did get the key, which Mr. Toad is hanging on to over here. So the ink and paint Disney key. They have those from time to time as like a kind of exclusive little thing. Then I got in the sale this. I have been wanting this forever. It is a cupcake stand, so it keeps the cupcakes fresh, but also it's just super cute. It's a really nice way of storing them. It's got like 3 tiers inside, so you can take the kind of plastic lid off and just like serve them on there or display them. I just love this so much. I had to get it. I can't 100% remember how much it was. I will link below to these items in case they are still available. Then I also got these glasses, so that's Mr. Toad there. Then they have, I think it's Sleeping Beauty, is that? Bambi and Tinkerbell. To be honest, I got it because I wanted the Mr. Toad glass, because you guys know I love Mr. Toad. And on that note, I did also get this, look at Mr. Toad like in the corner, he's like, hey. I did get this little canvas hanging thing. It's like a little ornament, but it's quite big. But I really just wanted to put it up here next to my cozy knit Mr. Toad. He's got his magic band on there. He is just living the dream with merchandise at the moment. They very rarely have anything which is Mr. Toad themed, and yeah, I just loved that little canvas as well. And now I come to think of it, actually, these glasses were in the original order, so these were full price, but I just really wanted this Mr. Toad glass. The other thing I got on sale is in the other room, so let me just go grab that. It is this Alice in Wonderland mug, and it says, I don't know if you guys can see that, late for everything, which, you know, that is me. But I just thought this was so cute. I love the colour. I'm obsessed with like this minty green and pink together. It is like one of these travel ones, so it does keep your drink hot. Not for like hours and hours like my Costa one, but it does work pretty well. I've tried it a few times. So yeah, I got that, and I think this was maybe, I want to say it was like £4 or something. It was pretty reasonable, so I did pick that up in the sale as well. We are officially 2 hours and 45 minutes on hold to speak to Disney. Oh my goodness. I've done this so many times over the last couple of weeks for various reasons, but this is probably the longest so far. But, you know, at least I can do other things at the same time, I guess. In other news, we have a very sad problem with our coffee grinder. It is not working. There's something wrong with the kind of burr thing that goes inside. We've just spoken to DeLonghi and they are sending us a new one. So Ian is a little bit devastated because we can't grind our coffee for a minute, and I think we'll have to just get like a little hand grinder because they said they won't be in stock for another month. So we do need to get a new one of those because we need our coffee around here. So as promised, I'm going to show you the inside of the journal, and actually I found the other one. So this is the Cinderella one, and this is the newer one, the second one I should say, is the Frozen one. And these ones both look quite similar because of the colour on the outside, but each one will have the different castles. So I'm really excited to see which other ones they have. So I'm really excited to see the upcoming ones. There's 10 in total, and they are basically lined journals, so that's fairly kind of standard. But throughout the book they do have these pages. So this one, for example, has the ballroom, and then it has this kind of vellum page which goes over the top. So nice. And there's, I don't know how many, I want to say there's about 5 of these pages scattered throughout the book. Here's another one, so you've got like the portrait gallery. I just think this is so nice. The problem I'm going to have with these, and I know myself, I'm not going to want to write in them because they're so nice. And on each page there's a little pumpkin coach and then the castle in the bottom corner. Oh, this is one of my favourite ones. So obviously you've got the big staircase there, and then Cinderella with her slipper. So I just, yeah, you know me in stationery, this had to happen. They do also have like a little ribbon page marker as well with the little charm, which is so cute. So the Frozen one has a little snowflake in the top corner, and again the castle. And this is one of the decorative pages with the vellum over the top. Then there's another one here. I really love this one. Then we have another one here, which I guess is Elsa's bedroom or her dressing room. I just love these. I think they're so nice. Obviously there's tons of space to write in them, but it's just whether I can bring myself to write in these, I don't know. But I'm really looking forward to the next one and seeing what that's going to be. So it's much later on now and we've filmed the video, so that was good. I did have to wait for batteries to charge because I foolishly did not have charged batteries, so we ended up filming it later than we wanted to, but that's fine. It's all done, so I can edit that probably tomorrow to go up on Saturday, because it doesn't take very long to edit those videos. It suddenly this evening has got really, really hot. It has been warm all day today here in the UK, but suddenly this evening it's just got like crazy muggy and warm. So we were really struggling with the ring light on, which we used to film, because it just makes you feel really, really hot, and it was hot anyway. So now I'm just sitting down to finish off editing this vlog, and the phone call with Disney all went well. I actually did get further forward, so they said that there's a bit of a backlog with activating people's booking references so that you can then link it to my Disney experience, and I have now been able to link it and make my park passes for February. Ian is booked onto that booking as well, but it's just a question of getting him a ticket when we can do that. So hopefully we will both be able to go to Disney at some point, whether it's this year or next year, whether we can go together, and who even knows when we can go at all. Like, obviously at the minute things are kind of crazy, so yeah, it just, I don't know, we will see what happens, we will see. So now I'm just watching something that's on Netflix called The Investigator, a British crime story, which is a documentary type thing. It's actually really interesting. It's actually a guy who kind of re-investigates cold cases, so that's really good. I love stuff like that. So I'm just doing that. I'll probably play a little bit of Animal Crossing in a bit, and that will be it for this evening, and I think that will be it as well for this vlog. So sorry, most of the vlog at the beginning was definitely all about the booking Disney reservations, but that's kind of what was going on at the time, and I'm glad that that's all sorted. Like I said, it remains to be seen what will happen in terms of when I will get to go, but you know, we can't see the future, we just have to wait and see what happens. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to head over to Animal Crossing in Detail and subscribe over there if you're interested in seeing what Animal Crossing is all about, or if you play yourself and you love watching Animal Crossing videos. Hopefully I can start doing streaming soon. I think you do have to have a certain amount of subscribers for that, so yeah, definitely if you're interested in that, head over there. I also do have an Instagram, which is Animal Crossing in Detail as well, if you're interested in just seeing like little snippets of what has been going on, all of my island antics, then definitely check that out. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone for being supportive over the last few months of the channel, both here and Disney in Detail. It has been very difficult, especially not having Disney vlogs to put up, and on this channel obviously it's just been so weird the last few months. I know the vlogs have been very hit and miss in terms of when they've been going up and stuff, but I'm really hoping in the next weeks and months things will get back into a much better kind of routine, and I do have a lot more content coming up. So I just want to say thank you for hanging in there with me with all of this madness. I hope all of you guys are well. I hope everyone's staying safe. If you're making a transition back into work, or if your children are going back to school, whatever is happening, I hope you are doing good. Again, thank you for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.